The city was wrapped in an illusion of lights and dreams. The glowing blue and red neon lights decorated the streets, as if fortune itself was waiting at every corner. At the end of the street stood a grand casino, its golden doors calling people inside. Rocky paused there, holding his very first paycheck, excitement bubbling in his chest. His friends encouraged him. Come on, let's go in. There's no harm in trying. Once inside, Rocky was astonished. Sounds, lights, music, and human voices collided together in a storm. Slot machines rang with their metallic songs. Roulette wheels spun endlessly and cards danced in the hands of the dealers. In an instant, Rocky forgot the outside world. He sat down at the roulette table. His very first bet brought him victory. The ball landed on his chosen color. His money doubled and his friends shouted with joy. Rocky believed perhaps tonight really was his night. One bet followed another, and his pile of chips kept growing. He laughed, pride swelling in his chest. Every win convinced him he was lucky, different from others. But every casino is built on a carefully planned design. First, it gives small victories, then tightens its invisible trap. Rocky did not notice, but slowly the walls of that trap closed around him. Suddenly, luck turned against him. One round he lost. Another round he lost even more. Still, he kept playing, thinking the next turn would recover everything. That thought, next time, dragged him deeper. His pile of money shrank smaller and smaller until it was gone. He convinced himself that just one more round would bring it all back. But the deception of the casino was like that show a glimmer of hope, then snatch everything away. Night turned into morning, but Rocky remained at the table. His eyes turned red, his face pale, his hands trembling. His wallet was empty. He borrowed from his friends only to lose again. He borrowed more only to lose more. Each loss carved a hollow inside him. But the dazzling lights would not release him. Behind those glowing walls, the truth was hidden. This was no palace of luck, only a machine of deception. Days passed, and his debts grew heavier. Moneylenders threatened him. His job slipped through his fingers. His family lost their trust in him. Sleep abandoned him. His health crumbled, and with every passing day he sank deeper. Every time he swore to himself, this will be the last time. Yet, the last time never came! Each time the lights lured him back. Each time the music drowned his fear. Each time the scam swallowed him whole. One rainy evening, Rocky broke. His pockets were empty, his body weak, his heart crushed. He sat down on the wet pavement outside the casino doors. Inside, music still played. Laughter still echoed. Lights still flashed. But to Rocky's eyes, it no longer looked like a palace. It looked like a prison where people locked themselves in. At that moment, an old man appeared. He held an umbrella, and his eyes carried the weight of countless stories. Looking at Rocky, he asked, "They tricked you too, didn't they?" Rocky nodded silently. The old man sighed deeply. "They tricked me as well. For 20 years, I was their prisoner. I lost my family, my health, everything I had. Do you know why? Because I believed it was a game of luck. But it was never luck. It was always deception." The man handed Rocky a small booklet. Inside were words about recovery and freedom from gambling addiction. "Read this," he whispered. "Don't let them own your soul." Rocky clutched the booklet against his chest, as though a lamp had suddenly been lit in the darkness. For the first time in years, hope flickered in his eyes. But hope is easier to find than to hold on to. Rocky struggled every day against the devil within. Every day the lights tried to call him back. Every day the memories pulled at his heart. He trembled again and again, but this time he stood firm. He worked, filled his days with new habits. He cooked, he read books, he exercised. Slowly, his family began to trust him again. His laughter returned. His dreams began to weave again. He saved money. He learned discipline. The casino still stood in the heart of the city with the same lights, the same music, the same deception. But Rocky walked past it with his head high, whispering to himself, "Never again." Years passed. One day, Rocky stood before a group of new gamblers at a recovery meeting. He shared his story. Some people listened with doubt. Others wiped tears from their eyes. He said, "Don't put your faith in luck. It's not luck. It's deception. Life is not a casino. Life is built on patience and hard work. Rocky was no longer a victim. He was a fighter who had torn through the web of deception. The city still glittered. The casino still stood. But Rocky walked in a different light. The light of freedom. The light of truth. The light of life. The scam could no longer touch him. He knew deception might be invisible, but in the light of truth, every lie crumbles. Rocky had won. The casino had lost. And his victory became a beacon for others, showing that even in the deepest trap, one could break free and find real freedom. Each day, the casino thrived on the misfortunes of countless individuals like Rocky. Behind its deceptive facade, it devoured dreams and shattered lives. The old man who shared the booklet with Rocky had found solace in these written words. These words were not just ink on paper. They were a lifeline thrown to him in the darkest hours. He had read them over and over, finding strength in each line. Over the years, he had memorized them, so much so that he could recite them by heart. And now he was sharing this wisdom with Rocky, hoping to guide him out of the labyrinth of despair. These are the words from the booklet. The most brilliant strategist, the most intricate plans, all lead to one goal: to make you keep coming back. This is not a game of luck. This is a meticulously crafted design. They increase your chances of winning at the start, just enough to make you believe you have a skill for this, to make you believe you can conquer this game. But then they tighten the net, making your initial wins seem like mere drops in the vast ocean of your losses. Every spin, every card dealt, every dice roll is designed to lead you deeper into the abyss. They keep you afloat with small victories, just enough to make you think you can escape, just enough to keep you chasing the dream. But the truth is, you're trapped in a cycle of despair. Your ambition will push you further, but there is no end to this pursuit. There is no finish line in sight. Every decision you make while trapped in this web leads you deeper into its You'll find yourself burdened with losses you never anticipated. The more you strive to escape, the tighter the trap becomes. And when you look back, you'll realize you have nothing left behind except regret. For this is not a playground of chance. It's a battlefield of deception. And the ultimate victor is always the house. As the old man spoke, Rocky felt a wave of realization wash over him. He had experienced the very tactics the old man was describing. The initial thrill of his first win. The gradual tightening of the trap. The false hope of a big comeback. He had been a fool to think he could beat the system. But the most shocking revelation was yet to come. The old man continued, they not only take your money, they steal something far more precious, your time. They rob you of moments you can never get back. Your health, your relationships, your dignity, all become collateral damage in this grand heist. And the worst part is, you willingly participate in your own downfall. You willingly step into the casino, knowing the risks, hoping against hope that this time will be different. But each visit deepens the wound within you, turning what was once a trickle of despair into a torrent. And as the years pass, you find yourself drowning in a sea of regret. Rocky's gaze dropped to the ground. The old man's words were a harsh but necessary truth. He had wasted so much time chasing illusions. But the old man wasn't finished. The illusion ends when the music stops, when the lights dim, and when the laughter fades into silence. What then? What are you left with? Empty pockets, a broken spirit, and memories that haunt you in the stillness of the night. The casino thrives on your desperation, preying on your vulnerabilities, exploiting your weaknesses. It's a predator that never tires, a trap that never loosens its grip. And the most tragic part is that many never realize they're being They keep returning to the den, hoping to outsmart the lion only to be caught in its jaws once again. As the old man spoke, Rocky felt a surge of anger. Not just at the casino, but at himself for falling for its tricks. The old man's words were a mirror reflecting his own life, his own mistakes. The old man took a deep breath and finally spoke the words Rocky had been waiting for. There is a way out. It's a path fraught with challenges, but the alternative is a lifetime of torment. To escape the clutches of this den of deception, you must confront the beast within you. The beast that craves instant gratification. The beast that refuses to wait. You must starve this beast. Deny it the feast it so desperately desires. Break free from the chains that bind you to this place. Turn away from the shimmering lights. Walk away from the sound of deceit. Don't just dream of a better life. Work for it. Channel your energy into something constructive. Build an empire of honesty and sweat, brick by brick, dream by dream. Let the world see your talent, your hard work, your resilience. Make your life a masterpiece, not a gamble. Let every day be a testament to your strength, a victory against the whispers that tempt you back to the casino. Rocky absorbed the old man's words, letting them sink deep into his soul. With each word, a fire of determination ignited within him. He knew the road ahead would be tough, but the alternative was a life of misery. It was time to confront the beast within, the beast that had almost destroyed him. As Rocky stood up to leave, the old man placed a hand on his shoulder. Remember, the fight is within you. The strength is inside you! Don't let the beast win! Walk away from here and never look back! Rocky turned and walked towards the door, the old man's words echoing in his ears. Outside, the fresh air felt like a balm on his skin. The sun was shining, birds were singing, and life was going on, as if nothing had happened. But for Rocky, everything had changed. He had a choice to make, a choice between a life of deception and a future of hope. The city still beckoned, its lights twinkling like fallen stars. But Rocky knew he couldn't stay. He had to keep moving, keep working, keep building. The beast within him might still growl, but now he had a purpose. A mission to prove to himself that he was stronger than the casino.